Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the ISSF World Cup final in shotgun here from Minsk. We are starting today with the first competition, the Double Trap final. What is all this about? We are the World Cup final, the best 12 shooter of each Olympic event of shotgun are competing here for the ISSF World Cup title of the year 2008. The first final to open this competition is the Double Trap match. Our finalists are lining up after the qualification of the morning. They are now lining up for the final. We are gonna introduce the finalists to you in a few seconds. Today with us to come on the final, it's a great pleasure to have Glenn Heller of the USA, the current Olympic champion of the double trap event. Glenn, how's life after an Olympic gold medal?
Life is pretty good. Been traveling a lot. This is the last competition of the year, and maybe I'll get a little break after this.
What happened here today? You were coming in. You had a double responsibility. You were the Olympic gold medalist and the title defender from the 2007. What happened today to your competition?
The first round I felt pretty good, shot a 48. Was feeling fine as the day went on. I just started to lose it a little bit.
And we have to say that the weather is not helping today here.
No, it's pretty cold out here today. Wind kicked up later in the day, and it's pretty frigid.
Yes, we are in Minsk, which is the capital of Belarus, hosting for the first time an ISSF World Cup event. Here next year we're going to have a World Cup stage. So it's our first chance to discover this shooting venue. What do you think about the shooting range here, Glenn?
I think the range is great. Every part about it's really nice. Facilities are good. I just couldn't hit the targets.
And the targets are good, flying well.
The targets are flying very well.
So here are our finalists now on the lights of your monitors. We are starting from the 6th position. We have Mikhail Leibov, 22 years old from Russia, then in position number 5, the 39 years old Italian Francesco Daniello, the Olympic silver medalist who starts today in 5th position with 139 targets after the qualification. And 4th place, the Hungarian shooter Roland Jerebics. He came in 9th at the Olympic Games in the last games in Beijing. What can we say about today's finalists? We see Francesco Daniello, silver medalist in 5th position. Not the best day of competition for him as well.
That's not the best, but he's still in the finals, so he's still got a shot for it. He's only one target out of a medal.
As we said, in 4th position, Roland Jerebics. Now, you should see him from Hungary, who follows the Chinese shooter Hu Binyuan, qualified in 3rd with 140 targets. Hu Binyuan, bronze medalist of the last games of Beijing. You beat them all at the games, and now they are in the final. You beat both of them, Daniello and Hu Binyuan. Now they're in the final again, one against the other.
I think it's going to be a good matchup. You've got, 4 really good shooters, really close to each other, and I think the real battle is going to be between 1st and 2nd.
1st and 2nd, which we are presenting them now. Vasily Mozin of Russia. Vasily Mozin starting in 2nd place with a qualification score of 143 targets. He follows just one target behind. Is just one target behind of Håkan Dahlby of Sweden. Håkan Dahlby, 43 years old, 6th in the world rank, 11th at the Olympic Games of Beijing. Not the best match at the Games for Håkan.
No, he didn't have his best match there, but all throughout this year he shot really well. He won the World Cup in Kerrville.
Yes, and he won a World Cup in Kerrville, as well as a bronze medal.
Took a bronze in Belgrade. So he's in both 1st and 2nd place of 1 World Cups this year. I think it's going to be a good final.
Just one target of difference between Dalby in 1st and Mozin in 2nd. One target is nothing in this event.
This is nothing. It could switch in one pair.
But Dalby and Mozin, the 2 shooters on the lead, let's say in 1st and 2nd, has 3 targets of advantage on Hu Binyuan, on the Chinese shooter Hu Binyuan. Do you think that 3 targets is in somehow a safe lead?
3 targets is a pretty good lead, but it's pretty easy to drop birds in this game. So, as long as Håkan and Vasily stay on their game, I don't think they're going to be 1st and 2nd, but it'll be a tight battle for 3rd.
The most difficult question: who would you pick out? Who would you pick out of the two?
I'm going to put my money on Haken, but he was shooting incredible today.
This is going to be an interesting final. This is the last ISSF World Cup competition of the year. This is the closing event of the year. This is the ISSF World Cup final. Here we're going to assign today the ISSF World Cup champion title. We had the best 12 shooters of the world competing here. The 3 Olympic medalists, the title defender. You were both the gold medalist and the title defender this time, Glenn. And the 8-9 best shooters out of the ISSF World Cup Series, out of the 4 stages of this year World Cup Series. This year, these guys have been competing in Beijing for the pre-Olympic World Cup in Kerrville in USA. On the second stage, then in Seoul in Germany, and they closed the season, the regular season, in Belgrade in Serbia for the last World Cup stage of the year before the Olympic Games. When the games came, shaked a little bit the situation, and we are here for this final, the last competition of the year. Here's Hakan Dalby, as you said, winner this year of a World Cup in Kerrville, bronze medalist in Belgrade, and he had only two bad competitions: the pre-Olympic event in Beijing and the Olympic Games in Beijing. I think he's looking for a little revenge here today.
Oh, he's definitely looking for revenge. He's shot well all year and just fell short at the Olympics. He's out to get him.
And here we're going to start in a few seconds. We are presenting the jury members and the chief of the range. It's interesting. It's going to be interesting. It's really cold here today. A slight wind coming from the left of the shooting range. Do you think that the wind can affect the performance of the shooters, or can they affect the targets? I'm sorry.
I think it's a little bit of a crosswind, so it can also affect your gun. You know, you're gunnable back and forth, and you'll miss your whole point.
So it's not going to be that easy. What about the background here for double trap shooting? All those trees down there. Is that okay?
Oh, that's a good background. You've got contrast between the target and the background, so the targets are pretty good to see.
So good range, good situation. It's going to be interesting to follow. It's all up to them.
I can't wait.
Hakan Dalby now testing. What's going on now? What's going to happen?
Right now they're going to step up and they'll kind of dry mount the gun, and then here in a second they're going to do a test fire, get to clear your gun, make sure it works, and then show targets and then the shoot off.
The athletes now perform aiming exercises.
And here they are starting with the aiming exercises. How important is test firing? It really makes you sure that everything is working, isn't it?
Yes, it's nice. You know, we've had a little bit of a break. It's nice to pull the trigger twice and hear the gun go bang.
The athletes will now perform optional test fire.
In position number 1, Leibo Mikhail of Russia, this young shooter. I think is the youngest finalist today, the 22 years old Russian athlete. He is a 2006 junior world champion of Zagreb. We have seen him shooting at the pre-Olympic World Cup of Beijing this year. He did not come to the Olympic Games, but he came to the pre-Olympic. He placed in 5th. He made it to the final. He's a young shooter, but he's a
young shooter. He's coming
shooter.
On very well.
This was Daniello of Italy. Daniello, 2007 world champion of Nicosia, silver medalist of Beijing.
Yeah, the last 2 years, Daniello's been shooting very well.
He told us, I started shooting 8 years ago. I could never imagine to finish upon an Olympic podium, but then the last 2 years, as you said, World Championship plus an Olympic podium, excellent.